Draft day is almost here. I'm so stoked, but in this video, I want to talk about why the Jets really cannot lose this draft. And a lot of people, including myself, I still have jitters, I'm nervous, and I have players that I really want the Jets to draft. But in reality, the Jets really cannot go wrong. First off, we have the 4th overall pick, and we will have a lot of players to choose from and a lot of high impact players day one. Same thing at pick number 10 if we stay put right there and we don't trade it away for Deebo Samuel. We can still get quality players at that position. And to make it even better, our two main needs in this draft are edge and wide receiver. And this draft happens to be very heavy on both of those positions. There's a lot of depth, there's a lot of high quality first round talent and even second round talent. So if we decide to go elsewhere with the first round picks, we could still snag some quality guys in the second round. And thankfully from the Sam Darnold trade, we added another high second round pick. So on top of that, the Jets have enough capital to go move back into the first round if we want to. And we see it a lot during the draft where a lot of trades start to happen near the back half of the first round. And it's because players start to slip that are highly graded on other teams' boards, and they call the phone because they know that they don't have to give a king's ransom to move all the way up in the draft. So the Jets have the ability to do so because we have pick number 69 in the 3rd round, we have 4th round picks, and we have a 5th round pick. And we could also use picks from next year's draft too, which is why Joe Douglas made some of the trades that he has over the past year, is to set us up with flexibility in the draft. And thankfully the Jets have massive flexibility. And in addition to that, the Jets can trade down in this draft too with one of our picks, whether it's at pick number 4 if a team wants to move up for a quarterback, whether it's at pick 10 if a team wants to move up for a wide receiver or a quarterback there. The Jets can move down and hopefully acquire draft picks for next year's draft too, because while we have to focus on this draft too, we still have to prime ourselves for next year's draft too, because we will still need to upgrade. We'll have positions of need that we'll slowly figure out after the 2022 season concludes. So the Jets have a great chance to add more capital for next year's draft too, and we could even trade out of the 2nd round too. So the options are endless there. Now, another reason why the Jets can't lose the draft, there's so many good players available. And at pick number 4, if the board falls out where 3 edges are off the board, the 4th edge is still not a terrible idea. Keep in mind there's still some other phenomenal players there. Sauce Gardner could be available at pick number 4. Ikem Ekwonu could be available at pick number 4 too. Now I know a lot of people are iffy on Ekwonu just because of our offensive line, but Joe Douglas is setting this team up for the future. Let's say we draft Ekwonu. Well, you may think it's bad. Not necessarily. That could open up the door for a Mekhi Becton trade. That could open up the door for a George Fant trade, because tackle is a hot commodity. So it allows the Jets to have flexibility and also restart our financial situation, because Becton, he's heading into his 3rd year. He only has 3 more years technically of control if you include the franchise tag. George Fant, he has 1 year left on his deal. So if we were to draft an offensive lineman, preferably a tackle, and then trade away one of those, it resets our financials too, because he's on a rookie contract and we won't have to necessarily pay him top dollar immediately. So it could really help us in our financial goals and Joe Douglas is budgeting for when the Jets will have their Super Bowl window. So there's that on top of that. Here's something else. The Jets could realistically trade up and pick even higher than pick number 10. I think there's a real shot that the Jets could potentially trade with Carolina if they're open, because we've heard rumors that the Carolina Panthers want to trade down since they don't have that many draft picks, thanks to the Jets. So how funny would that be if we trade up with them? But why I think there's a real chance of that happening is because the New York Giants, our counterpart, also have 2 first-round picks at 5 and 7, and they have similar needs to us. There are rumors that they will be shopping Kadarius Toney, so they could be in the market for a wide receiver. There could be a Sauce Gardner or a Derek Stingley that they're looking to take at pick number 7 with their cornerback needs and the rumors of trading James Bradbury. So if the Jets either want both of those players or potentially another edge, if we decide to go wide receiver at 4 and shock the world, the Jets have the capital to move up to pick number 6 and leapfrog to safely ensure that we get the player that we need for this team. And the Jets can move back into the first round too. So there's a lot of opportunity in this draft for the New York Jets. And even taking it a step further, we still have a solid amount of draft picks in the later rounds. The 3rd round, we have a quality 3rd round pick. I think we have 2 4th round picks and 2 5th round picks. We could definitely do something with those picks, whether it's package them to move into the 3rd round again and get a higher quality player, whether it's to trade them away and build for next year's draft, or whether it's to find a diamond in the rough that this that this coaching staff can really develop to the whole next level. So, although we may not get the players we want, Kayvon Thibodeau might not be a Jet. Jermaine Johnson might not be a Jet. Drake London might not be a Jet. Garrett Wilson may not be a Jet. It's not the end of the world, because this draft is thankfully very deep at the positions that we, quite frankly, are looking to upgrade a lot. Wide receiver, an edge, and cornerback. There is so much depth in this draft for the Jets' needs. Thankfully, we figured out our quarterback situation last year, at least for now. So quarterback is not even an option. So we could focus on some of the other positions, and teams might be looking to reach on a quarterback like Malik Willis due to his value. And that puts us, pick 10, realistically a team could trade up there, because last year the Giants traded down from pick 11 and they got some solid value. They got the Bears first round pick, and hey, look at this year. The Bears first round pick is the 7th overall pick, and that belongs to the Giants because of that trade. So imagine if we were to accept a trade like that, and then next year we potentially finish 7-10. It's looking very encouraging, and we have another high first round pick. It could really set us up. So the Jets, Joe Douglas said, we're looking to take best player available. We went 4-13, so pretty much adding anyone in this draft will make this team better. Now, it varies from player to player and scheme fit to scheme fit, but the Jets will get better after the draft. There's no doubt about that. The Jets can prepare themselves for next year's draft too, or potentially load up on capital to then trade away for players instead and establish commodities. We don't know, but although there's a lot of unknown with the Jets and how they'll attack the draft, the options are endless. And the only way the Jets could screw this up is by taking a quarterback, and that's not going to happen. So I think the Jets will win this draft pretty much no matter what. And now, like I said, we may not get the players that we each want, but they're still going to be quality players. They're going to have high upsides. They're going to be day one impact, and they're definitely going to be better than the players that they're replacing, at least for now. So let me know what you guys think about this. I really do think the Jets cannot lose, whether we stay at pick 4 and pick 10 and get 2 great players in wide receiver and an edge, or a cornerback and an edge, or a cornerback and a wide receiver, or the Jets trade one of those picks away and we recoup more draft capital for later, or we potentially get this draft capital and then eventually trade them for a superstar player next year or mid-season. So the Jets, they have a great opportunity in this draft. I'm still scared. I'm still nervous just because I don't know, and I don't like the uncertainty because I have players I really want. But in the end, the Jets will win this draft. There is really no way they can screw this up. At least I hope so. So let me know what you guys think. Love to hear all and any of your thoughts, and I'll be coming out with my preferred kind of mock draft with the 2 top 10 picks, assuming they're still there by the time I record the video. Assuming there's no Deebo Samuel trade by then, I will make that video. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.